What's up, gangsters? It's KOSDFF here, and welcome to another free 3D Minecraft intro. Downloadable link in the description will have everything you need to make this intro. I'll go ahead and show you guys what it looks like. Alright, I'm basically going to come in here and I'm going to show you how to edit that and make it your own, because obviously you're going to want to change the name text to your name, and we can change the Minecraft skin on the Minecraft character sitting on top of this roof to your own. It's all very simple. I'm going to show you guys basically step by step how to make that exact intro. I'm going to go ahead and send all the files, the sounds, and the Adobe After Effects file as well. Alright, so what you're going to want to do is go ahead and scrub the little timeline thing here to 150. We're going to go up here to null. And this is going to have your text up here. Sorry I didn't name that. I should probably name that something, but I just left it as null. If you go ahead and click this, hold control and hit both of them, so you're highlighting both of these mode text things. You can come down here and change your name. I'll go ahead and change it to KOSDFF. I'll also include this font just in case you haven't. If you don't have it, so look for that. You might have to install this font if you want to use this same font. Use this same font in your intro. You can obviously change it to whatever you want. But what I'm going to show you guys here is how to keep this centered. So obviously your name's going to be different. There's two ways you can do this. You can obviously have your name be that same size, and what we'll do is we'll come over here and click null. And see if you can. If you kind of notice there's a little keyframe here, we'll go ahead and move this over to where it's centered. On the house, right at 150 is right about halfway through the intro where it's staring right at the house. So as long as we get that somewhat centered, you go ahead and do that and you hit keyframe. And what that's going to do is change this null object that contains the text, and that way when it scrubs in, it'll still be centered. And another way to do that, if we didn't want to keep that centered, instead of let's see if we can undo it. Yeah. And then if you wanted to do another way to do that is just change the height, which changes the size of the text. So you can make it centered somewhere around there, and that way you don't actually have to mess with the null, because it'll just stay there. That's two different ways to change that. Alright, well, now the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to change the skin. Go ahead and turn this camera off so we can get in here, because I have my little Minecraft skin guy up here. You obviously want to change that to your own. So we're going to come down here to skin. If you haven't seen it, right there should be a little material down here called skin. You'll double click it on the color attribute, so to speak. You're going to come over here, click the three dots over to your thing, and then I'm going to go ahead and use Awesome Oz's skin from my channel. Go ahead and change it to that, and now his skin will be there. It looks a little funny because obviously it's all white and stuff like that, but that won't be the case when it actually renders, because it's just encompassing all the light. Because we have a nice light source up there to give us some cool shadows. Another thing, a lot of people have requested that I do one of these with two people, but here's a little trick you can do if you want to, and you want to have two different people. You just come over here, hit highlight your Minecraft guy. That guy. Hit Control C, and then Control V, and then that'll put two, and then you can kind of just move him over here, and then give it another skin. Obviously, you just move it somewhere there. He's not keyframed anywhere, so you can just kind of move him and he'll stay there. And then you can change the skin for that guy as well, and then you'll have two people on your little roof on the intro. If you like, it's a way to have to add another person, just in case you have a two-person series, which most Minecraft series are. Alright, and what you're going to want to do is you're going to render that. You're going to come up here and hit render. I already have all the settings here for this. The only thing you're really going to need to change is where you want it to save at, obviously, because my paths for my computer are going to be different, so you're going to have to choose a place to save it. Also, if your computer's having a really hard time rendering this intro, because it does take a long time, with my computer specs it took about 6 hours to render this 10-second clip at 30 frames per second. So if you want it to be a little less intensive, and then you want to cut that render time in about half, go ahead and unclick global illumination. It does change, it doesn't look as cool, but it really, it's really almost not. You can't really notice a difference after the color corrections and stuff like that. But if you're a stickler to have the best quality and have it look the best, go ahead and leave global illumination on. Alright, so what you're going to do is you're going to render this. Once you've changed this path, you're going to go ahead and hit this little middle button here, which will render it and get that whole going. Now once you're completed, once you've done that render, you're going to open up the Adobe After Effects file, also in the download link, and you're basically, this thing will probably show up a little funny. It'll be like, oh, can't find this file or whatever like that, and you're going to want to basically double click it, or just come up here and replace footage, and then replace and hit file and then replace it from your render for Cinema 4D, and it'll put it in here. And I've already got the sound file in here, which it'll be in the download. and I already have a color correction on it. And then that's pretty much it. And that's pretty much the intro. I've added some, opaques in and opaques out. And it's a pretty simple intro. I've included 2 effects here for the CC. If you didn't know, that stands for color correction. One is Magic Bullet Looks, which is a plugin for Adobe After Effects. But if you don't have Magic Bullet Looks, because I try to make these using 0 plugins, if you don't have it, I've also included another CC. So to change it, if you don't have Magic Bullet Looks and you don't want to use it, or if you can't use it, go over to this little eye over here, click it to undo it, and then apply this one instead. This is a CC using just default things that come with Adobe After Effects, so it's not a plugin. But obviously I like the Magic Bullet Looks better because it's an amazing plugin for color corrections. But either way, use either one of them, and then just render out, and that'll be your intro. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please leave it a like and a favorite. If you do use this intro, don't worry about crediting me. I don't care about any of that crap. I'll give these out, to give back to my subscribers, and a lot of you guys need intros and can't afford and don't necessarily have the YouTubes that warrant getting a really professionally done 3D intro. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm definitely going to be putting out a lot more of these in the future because I'm trying to get back into doing 3D animations and things like that. If you hadn't noticed, with my latest intro, I'm trying to get back into doing some more stuff like that in Cinema 4D. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will catch you guys later. Also, guys, just one last thing I kind of noticed when I rewatched the video that I didn't show you guys how to add the textures for the blocks that make up this, the map and the world and the house and all that stuff. When you open up this file, it'll most likely not have all these little, I guess, objects or materials down here. Their textures won't work, or they won't be matched to it. So what you're gonna do is, here, let's make this a little bigger so you can see. You're gonna come up here, click the bottom one, hold Shift so that you can select all of them. When it comes up over here, you're gonna go over and it says texture. Under the color thing, it should automatically start there. Go ahead and hit the 3 dots, and obviously we want to go to the intro file, and basically these 3 textures right here are the ones you're going to want to use to add. So basically, you select them all, and you're going to do this one for color. For alpha, you're going to do the same thing, but click the alpha one, and then for bump, go ahead and click. I guess we're using this one again. I don't know why we did that, but anyways, yeah, that's how you add the textures, just in case you want to, because they're going to come up and they're going to kind of look they're going to look gray, and they're not going to have anything. So your whole model will just be gray. So that's how you add the textures to the blocks so that it'll render out, guys. Sorry I didn't include that in the first part. Oh well. Sometimes I forget, that not everyone uses this program and might be using this program for the first time to render out this intro. Still, hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch you guys later.